What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, coming at you with yet again another perfume experience. And for today, I have none other than Frederic Malle's Synthetic Jungle by Anne Flipo or Filippo, depending on how you want to pronounce it. So, what I'll be doing is I'll be going over the description from the website, followed by the notes, and then I'll go over a perfume experience with you guys. But before we get started, and as per tradition on this channel, make sure to grab your favorite snack, your favorite bevy or cafe, and sit back and relax and enjoy the awesomeness heading your way. For myself, I have some green tea because it's really late here and I don't need the extra caffeine kick now. All right, so Synthetic Jungle by Anne Flipo. Description: basil, lily of the valley, jasmine, patchouli bright and lush, mysterious and provocative. Synthetic jungle is stylized landscape in technicolor greens. An ode to cult perfumes of the 1970s. Synthetic Jungle offers a modern vision of nature, reimagined. Flipo retained the opulent basil of the original composition, along with a recomposed bouquet of hyacinth, lily of the valley, natural jasmine, and ylang ylang oil. To modernize and sharpen, she then added synthetic black currant and styrolyl acetate, effectively putting the bouquet through a glossy, sparkling filter. Flipo simplified the chiffre and leather notes, resulting in a cleaner, more streamlined accord. Finally, she added patchouli. So, for the top notes, there's basil, lily of the valley. For the middle note is jasmine. For the base note, it's patchouli. Okay. And let's not forget the synthetic blackcurrant and styrolyl acetate, which I have no idea what these smell like. Okay. All right. So, without further ado, we will proceed with the perfume experience as per our scheduled programming. Oh yeah, so here's what the samplers for this look like from Frederic Malle. It's a little red bottle sampler. Okay, I really like it actually. It's pretty cool. All right, let's spray. All right, fantastic sprayer. Very, very generous. And yeah, I like these a lot. Yeah, it's straight up green and metallic is the best way to describe it off of the get-go. It's really harsh. It has this almost acetone-like quality to it when you smell it, where it gives you this burning rush. It's also reminiscent of an old women's perfume from the 1970s and 80s. There is definitely a fruity, berry-like blackcurrant note in here, but it is very distinguishably synthetic. You do get the jasmine and the ylang ylang in here, but they're so intermingled and overpowered by the synthetic notes that honestly I can't quite pick on them individually. And if I do, it's very fleeting. Yeah, it comes across, I mean, the name Synthetic Jungle is a very, very accurate description of this. So yeah, they say basil. Yes, there's the basil in here, but again, it's overtaken by those synthetic notes, and it is very subtle, very soft in here. It's almost like you're whiffing an actual basil leaf. There is lily of the valley. There is jasmine, and there's a ton of patchouli in here. But again, it's more of a synthetic based composition. I think they've relied too much on the synthetics here, where they are overshadowed the natural oils they used. Yeah, which is unfortunate. And there's also hyacinth in here, which again, maybe. But yeah, it's, I mean, it would have been interesting to smell this just as a natural composition without the two synthetic facets, because they're overpowering. But again, that's the direction they wanted to take with this perfume, right? So fair play to them. Okay. So, with that said, let's talk some data. Performance strong, okay? But actually, I'm gonna go ahead and even as far as saying beast mode. I've put only one spray, the spray print with massive because of the quality of the sprayer on the sampler, and I am just overwhelmed by the scent of this, projecting like crazy off of my skin. Nose going slightly blind to it until I whiff it again. But I'm going to go ahead and say performance wise, it is strong to beast mode, and that's across projection, trail, and sillage. And you're going to get more of that synthetic facet of that scent, followed by this 1970s, 80s women's jasmine lily of the valley sort of composition, perfume. And then to kind of polish it off, I do agree with the description, very, very accurate description. The patchouli wraps it all up, okay? But yeah, strong to beast mode in terms of performance. With respect to seasonality, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is actually versatile enough to wear across all seasons. You can wear this in fall, winter, spring, and summer comfortably. It has this, oddly enough, fresh, fizzy quality to it, as well as a warm quality. And yeah, I guess that's a combo of the jasmine and patchouli, as well as the synthetics in here. With respect to time of day, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is evening wear. It's a bit too abrasive and harsh for morning or even afternoon. Yeah, so evening wear, okay? With respect to how you would dress this, this is versatile enough to wear formal, semi-formal, semi-casual, and casual. You're going to be fine dressing it either way. You won't have issues really with respect to how to dress it. With respect to the gender spectrum, listen, they push this as unisex. And when it opens up, it has this very masculine blast from the synthetic notes as well as some of the patchouli. But the more it develops on my skin, it starts to smell more like a women's perfume. Okay. And again, I will reference the 70s and 80s jasmine and lily of the valley based perfumes from brands like Dior, Carolina Herrera, Chanel. It has this old school vintage quality to it. When it starts to settle down on the synthetic note, kind of, gets settled, I guess. So it's it is unisex, okay, but with a feminine bias. For sure, I see this more on more women suitable than men suitable. I think you still can wear it as a man. It's just it has this feminine bias to it. So just something to keep in mind. It's not your typical masculine, rugged patchouli scent. It has this softness and femininity to it. Okay, so with respect to context, where would you wear this? This, I'm going to go ahead and say, is versatile enough to be a signature scent and to wear anywhere, really. It's not offensive by any stretch of the imagination. It is not necessarily mainstream, but edging on being mainstream. It's very familiar. It's very intriguing. Okay. I said that this is more for evening wear, but I'm going to go ahead and say that for women, I would consider this as office safe. Okay. So maybe if you're going for a work function in the evening, okay, then you can put this on safely. And even if you're in a corporate office setting, you would be fairly safe. You can wear this, going out to do your errands. You can wear it for a night out, just hanging out on a patio, grabbing drinks and dinner and catching up with friends. You can wear this while traveling. You can wear this, I wouldn't say on a date. It's a bit has this violence to it. It is subdued feminine violence. So I wouldn't recommend this for a date, ladies. It might be a bit too much, but overall, it's a very versatile scent. You can literally wear it in any context. Just keep in mind the initial blast of synthetics, and then as it settles down, it becomes a very feminine, a beautiful bouquet of Heikeneth, if I'm pronouncing it right, as well as lily of the valley and jasmine. And you can literally wear this anywhere. You can wear this to your brunch on the weekend. You can wear this out for a nice evening dinner. Actually, you know what? You can wear it for a date, but this comes across more as refined, more mature, and chic. So maybe not your first date. Maybe it's a date with your existing boyfriend or husband, going to a nice dining environment and setting. It would be very suitable for that. And the beauty of it is you don't really have to dress it up too much. Like I said, it's very versatile, where you can wear it casual, where you can wear it semi-casual, semi-formal, and formal. Maybe you're going over the weekend to a nursery also to pick up some trees or some flowers. It's a perfect scent to put on. Maybe you're just staying home, putting on some music, painting, while you're having a glass of wine with your girlfriends, and then cooking a meal and sitting back and chilling and watching a chick flick. I mean, honestly, the possibilities are endless with this. And I know I'm focusing a lot right now on the possibilities of this scent context-wise for the ladies, because, like I said, it's unisex, but with, for me, an obviously feminine bias. So I would say there are other patchouli-based scents that are more masculine fitting. Again, from Frederic Malle, for example, that would be French Lover or Monsieur. Both have patchouli, and it's a much more masculine patchouli compared to the patchouli here. So I guess just to highlight that. Okay, so with that said, would I recommend Synthetic Jungle by Anne Flipo from Frederic Malle? 100% yes, get your nose on it, get your wallet on it, cop it. You will not regret this. I would say though, sample it first if you have a lot of patchoulis already, because you might have something similar to it. So just get a sample first so you are familiar with what you're getting into, or just go into one of those high-end boutiques that carries it and test it out, okay? Because it's a patchouli scent, okay? Patchoulis have been around forever. They emphasize that in the description. It's just a new take, a reformulation on an existing formula. So just something to keep in mind, okay? With that said, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell button so you know when I upload. But otherwise, very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.